A war has practically been declared, practically a war, with actions of economic persecution, from criminal sanctions and coercive unilateral measures, and so on. So, well, the time has come when US imperialism has dared to threaten us militarily, and we are not indifferent to that threat. A war has practically been declared, practically a war, with actions of economic persecution, from criminal sanctions and coercive unilateral measures, and so on. So, well, the time has come when US imperialism has dared to threaten us militarily, and we are not indifferent to that threat. On the contrary, we are a country that has responded with dignity under the leadership of President Nicolás Maduro. As a soldier, a military citizen, a military leader, I must always assume the worst-case scenario, and I say this without alarming the population, but I do want to alert them that we must be prepared, because the irrationality with which US imperialism acts is not normal. It is not normal, it is anti-political, anti-human, warmongering, rude, and vulgar. They invent things out of nothing to label the Venezuelan state as a narco-state and its leaders. This exercise being carried out, Independence 200, is an exercise fully supported by the Constitution of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela and the constitutional law of the armed forces. Let me say with great satisfaction that the creation of the communal militia units has become that structure, that perfect mechanism of integration in each of the communal territories of our country, which are more than 5,000. We must move more into action. Military leaders, political leaders, more action, because the phenomenon of war, which we are preventing and avoiding in every way, through international diplomatic actions, through the preparation of the people, through strengthening the operational readiness of the Bolivarian National Armed Force, through everything we are doing, exercises, deployments, and so on. We are conducting this exercise today, which is part of the Independence 200 operation, correct. From there, territorial actions begin to prevent strategic paralysis, to ensure internal control remains present, to calm the psychological and nervous distress of the population. We must therefore maintain internal control, guide the population, and make them aware that chaos would be our worst enemy. Protection of key bridges and critical points, reinforcement and control of citizen service checkpoints.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.